Have you ever wondered what separates the wealthiest people in history from the rest of us? What strategies, habits, and mindsets allowed figures like Rockefeller, Carnegie, and Mansa Musa to build fortunes that shaped entire nations? Some people throughout history have accumulated wealth on an unprecedented and instructive scale. The tales of the wealthiest individuals, from historical monarchs to contemporary business people, provide timeless insights into philanthropy, strategy, fortitude, and vision. Analyzing their lives offers valuable perspectives on how to create money as well as leadership, decision-making, and the social obligations that accompany great wealth. Let's explore the values and lifestyles of some of the richest people in history, as well as the lessons we may learn from them. Jakob Fugger, social responsibility and strategic investing. German banker Jakob Fugger, who supposedly controlled almost 2% of Europe's GDP in the 16th century, is frequently regarded as one of the richest people of his era. Fugger's exceptional riches was the product of his astute financial judgment, strategic vision, and knowledge of global trade, not only his inheritance. He established a complex web of influence by funding royal endeavors around Europe and making stakes in mining, banking, and trade. The value of diversification is one of Fugger's most noteworthy lessons. He reduced risks and increased returns by distributing his assets across several industries and geographical areas. Fugger also understood the value of social duty. He founded the Fuggerei, an impoverished housing complex in Augsburg that is still in existence today. This demonstrates how riches may have a long-lasting social impact when paired with vision and moral principles. Fugger teaches contemporary readers that civic responsibility and wise investment may create a legacy that goes beyond just material wealth. Mansa Musa, cultural patronage and visionary leadership. Many people consider Mansa Musa, the king of the Mali Empire in the 14th century, to be the richest person in history. Although the region's plentiful salt and gold resources contributed significantly to his fortune, his creative leadership was what really made him stand out. Mansa Musa's 1324 pilgrimage to Mecca is renowned for displaying his enormous fortune. He liberally gave out gold during the trip, making a lasting impression on the world about Mali's opulence. Musa's rule was centered on building infrastructure, encouraging trade, and improving education rather than just showing off wealth. He promoted intellectual and cultural advancement by commissioning libraries, institutions, and mosques. The most important lesson to be learned from Mansa Musa's life is that genuine wealth is determined by one's influence on society, as well as by their material possessions. A lasting legacy that benefits future generations can be established by the strategic use of resources to enhance trade, culture, and education. John D. Rockefeller, strategic control and discipline. Through careful planning and discipline, Standard Oil founder John D. Rockefeller, the first American billionaire, revolutionized the oil industry. Rockefeller's fortune resulted from his capacity to manage competition intelligently, control output, and improve operations. Rockefeller created an empire via meticulous planning and tenacious execution, in contrast to others who only depended on chance or inheritance. Rockefeller's ideas emphasized the importance of concentration and foresight. He ensured his company's dominance for decades by emphasizing long-term planning, cost control, and reinvesting profits. Furthermore, Rockefeller's generosity, which includes the founding of the Rockefeller Foundation, highlights the significance of leveraging riches for the good of society. Rockefeller teaches contemporary business people that a disciplined approach, along with moral and charitable duty, produces long-term commercial success and social influence. Andrew Carnegie, purpose-driven wealth. Late 19th century steel tycoon. Andrew Carnegie is a prime example of both wealth and moral responsibility. Carnegie's ascent from modest origins to enormous wealth was impressive, but his views on money, that the wealthy have a moral obligation to share their wealth for the good of society, are what really stand out. Carnegie promoted philanthropy in his well-known essay, The Gospel of Wealth, from 1889, urging affluent people to support public institutions, libraries, and education. Roughly 90% of his wealth was donated to organizations that promoted human welfare. Carnegie's life serves as a lesson on how wealth and purpose may change society. It serves as a reminder that while financial gain without philanthropic giving leaves an unfinished legacy, prudent stewardship can bring about long-lasting progress. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. The value of concentration. Two contemporary riches idols. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett credit discipline and focus for a large portion of their achievement. The renowned investor Warren Buffett stresses the value of focusing on a small number of excellent possibilities, as opposed to overcommitting. Gates, a co-founder of Microsoft, was equally unrelenting in his pursuit of innovation and the development of a leading technical platform. Buffett and Gates both emphasize the importance of making thoughtful decisions and continuing to learn throughout one's life. While Gates researches new technology and international trends, Buffett is renowned for his extensive reading habits. The combination of riches and philanthropy is another lesson that we have in common. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Gates has committed the majority of his money to global health and education programs. Their lives serve as examples of how rich is attained via concentration, education, and deliberate action may be increased via charitable giving and meaningful influence. Jack Ma, vision and resilience. Alibaba founder Jack Ma is a perfect example of perseverance in the face of setbacks. Before becoming one of the biggest e-commerce platforms globally, Ma, who was born into a humble household in China, had to overcome several rejections. His story emphasizes the value of tenacity, foresight, and flexibility. Ma's worldview places a strong emphasis on encouraging entrepreneurship and investing in people. He inspires young inventors to go after big ideas while maintaining their fortitude in the face of failure. Aspiring business owners can learn from Jack Ma's narrative that even in the face of depressing conditions, success frequently belonged to those who persevered, adjusted, and maintained a long-term vision. Carlos Slim. Market intelligence and strategic acquisitions. Mexican business tycoon Carlos Slim amassed his fortune by making wise purchases, especially when the economy was struggling. By spotting undervalued businesses and making long-term investments, Slim rose to prominence in the retail and telecommunications industries. Slim's strategy serves as an example of the value of patience, market knowledge, and timing. He thoroughly examined markets, made investments when others were hesitant, and grew companies to maturity, in contrast to short-term opportunists. Slim's biography serves as a reminder to contemporary investors that great achievements may be achieved by well-informed, disciplined decision-making and a deep comprehension of market cycles. Brian O'Kelly, success motivated by purpose. AppNexus co-founder Brian O'Kelly serves as an example of how money and purpose may coexist. He decided to contribute almost all of his riches to philanthropic causes after selling his business for $1.6 billion, keeping less than $100 million for himself. The notion that material prosperity has the most significance when it advances the common good is emphasized by O'Kelly's life. His example encourages people to go beyond their own interests. The influence one makes via charity, moral decision-making, and support for the advancement of society is a better indicator of true riches than mere gain. These lessons are more important than ever at a time of swift technology advancement and intricate global finance. We may overcome contemporary obstacles and strive for both financial success and significant impact by learning from the strategies, attitudes, and moral principles of the wealthiest people on the planet. The wealthiest people teach us that having money is not only a goal, it can be used to influence the course of events, encourage creativity, and leave a legacy that will benefit future generations. If you want to learn more secrets from the world's most successful people and discover strategies to grow your wealth and mindset, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss an inspiring video.